All right, so today we are going to cover lead magnets. So we are going to talk about why you want to create a lead magnet, what you create it about, what content you actually use to do it, and what the purpose of that lead magnet is for your business in the future. So the first thing is, so a lead magnet, what it is it is something of value that you give to your potential clients or customers that they can download on your website that they will exchange their information for. So they're going to give you their name, their email address, maybe an address, maybe their phone number, depends on the different things you're looking for, but they are going to give you some type of information where you can contact them in the future for something of value that you create for them. So now, what do we actually create for them? Well, that depends on what you do for what your small business actually does. So, but what you're going to do to determine that is you need to go back and you think about all the sales appointments you've been on, talk to your sales team and ask them, what questions are being asked when you go out to talk to the potential client or customer. So you're going to go, wait, what's the top 100 questions? Write them down. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to address the top questions that are asked in a lead magnet. So this could be as simple as a simple checklist. So somebody needs a checklist of things that they're that they need to do in order to use your product, or say, for instance, they're going on a trip and they need a packing checklist. They could use a packing checklist. It could be as simple as that. It could be a webinar that you're doing. So if you're teaching something and you're selling something about educational, or it could just be you're teaching about your line of work, your business that you're in, do a webinar. So then we gate that webinar, put it live on, or put it on YouTube, and then we gate it so people that download the lead magnet can see it, but other people are not able to see that. So you can do that and give away that. So that could be courses or trainings that you're teaching. You could also do you could address pricing issues. So pricing is huge, right? So especially like in big ticket items where you got people that are going, what does it cost to do this? So my background is in the construction industry, custom home building, home remodeling. So that's one of the first things that they talk about or asking questions wise. So what's it cost to build a home? What's the permitting process look like? What's it look like as far as remodeling costs, all of that. So that is something that you can absolutely build a lead magnet around. So, and go through the step-by-step, the different sections of that, of the pricing. If you're a real estate agent, you're looking for someone that's interested in an area. They want to know specifics about schools. It could be homeschooling in the area even too. So it's very niche opportunities for lead magnets in your industry. So think about the questions that your customers are asking. Address those with the lead magnet, because you want that customer to enter into your marketing funnel is right at the very, very beginning of that buy cycle. Because what that does is when they give you that email address, they give you that address or that phone number, you're able to communicate with them and build trust with them as you market to them. So initially they're going to download that lead magnet. They're going to get an email blast that's sent out automatically to them. They're going to get the content you gave them initially, plus a series that they get hit with, plus you'll put them on a weekly campaign, or it could be a monthly depending on what kind of line of work you're in. But we do a weekly campaign to where we're giving them content and they're seeing our face through video, and they're able to really learn to trust us and see us as the authority in the market. So when they are ready to buy, we've answered a ton of their questions already. The sales cycle is shortened, and then you are able to sell a lot of times without cost being an issue. And it just makes for a much smoother process, and the conversions are way higher. So I want to share my screen with you, and I want to show you some examples of lead magnet that we built for a construction company. Now, this is the first one we had done, and then it's evolved in the process. So we've actually done some videos that have gone with it now to make it even better, to where it's very attractive for people to download it and give their information to us. And then they become part of our email list like we were talking about, and then we're able to market to them. So I'm going to share my screen with you right now, and we're going to take a look at this, and I'll walk you through kind of the steps of this. Okay, so this is on our this is the landing page on our website. So this right here, you got a picture of your guide here, and we're going to go into more detail on this, but essentially this is the landing page. You got a video that really helps us convert. We'll go into more detail on this on the next page, but because we're just covering why you want to do a lead magnet in this one in basic process. So actually, I'm going to take you through. I want you to see this process of how this actually works. So let's just call it test and test, and then we'll put in, I'm going to put in another email. Okay, so we're going to get into, we're essentially going into the success page. So we got in here, and now this is a picture of the guide, the PDF to download. So they're going to click on this. That will take us to this page here where we have, this is the actual guide itself. So, but below this, what you're going to have here is, these are the video series that are actually tied to this guide. So there's 7 different sections in this guide. Each section is further addressed with an actual video talking in more detail about what that section was. So giving you more information. This is all addressing price on what it costs to build a custom home. And then we're actually taking these videos and through on a weekly basis as these videos are generated and created. These all get put into our weekly podcast that then goes out, and then you're able to build authority, and people that don't want to watch video but they'll listen to audio are able to consume this content here, and it further helps to increase your authority with whatever your small business is in the service that you're selling. So once we click here on this PDF, we're going to click here. It's going to take us to this guide, this PDF that is downloaded. So in this guide, it's broken up into sections. The sections are huge. It helps people to consume it and break it down and just be able to understand it better. So this is a little slow on the scroll here. Let's see if we can get it to go down a little faster. Okay, so we're covering budget, right? So we're giving them examples. We're giving them actual numbers on what it costs. These are real numbers, right? So we're not hiding something. We're not worried about what our competitor is thinking, you know, if they see this, because there's more people that are downloading. We're getting a lot more value out of the people that we're doing business with than the actual competitors that are coming on our site and they're going, oh, they're charging this much for that. That is not an issue. You got to get over that, because it just does not, it does not, doesn't work that way. There's a lot more value in actually sharing this information than there is in someone stealing it and working against you. So you were giving some pictures, you get just a little bit of design. It's nothing fancy, but your actual real information about permits and fees, what those are costing, an actual example of what a house costs at this to do. Here, we're covering site costs and more information on what the actual land takes to develop, giving actual costs. Here is, again, the building costs. We're going to cover the actual ballpark numbers on the square footages, because homes vary all over the place as far as people put in them, as far as the cost, but we're actually giving them a real number that they can calculate out price per foot on what they might fall into. So then we're giving examples of what affects the price per square foot. You know, what is the actual areas of the home that increase the costs that you can mitigate, or you maybe don't want to mitigate, but you at least understand what is driving the price up versus items that do not do that. So then we go as far as showing an actual home that was built. We link back to our website with more pictures and 3D tours of the actual home that's built, with actual prices for the build costs by themselves, square footages on here. So you're actually seeing real projects. And these link back here to the website. So, and then you'll go on the last page here. So we'll summarize it up here. What, you know, how do you get to the total cost on a home? And then you get down to the bottom, areas you serve. You can cross promote another lead magnet if you have one here, and maybe some authority that you have to better position yourself that you as a company, so that people can trust you. So this would be a good spot to put reviews as well. You can throw that in here. We didn't actually put this in here, but that would be a good thing to do. Where they can reach you on social channels here, phone number, maybe your call to action, schedule project consultation. You could put that on here if that was your call to action, the primary call to action that you wanted to do. So this is basic lead magnet. So you're giving something of value. I mean, you can do this in a weekend. If you're already an expert in what you're doing, you can put this together pretty good, edit the copy, make sure it's done very professionally, that's going to represent your company, and then get that out onto your website to where it allows them to download this. So that's one way to do this. Now so we backed up and we talked about the videos here. So you don't have to do all these videos in the very beginning, right? So you can just do this lead magnet, and this could only be one page, that they're getting some value from one page. Then if it's broken down in sections, you can add this to these videos to this and put those in there, and it just makes it it's just more enticing for them to download, because you're giving them a lot more for free, a lot more value for free. So, and then once they're in your pipeline, then you just continue to give that value, and you become the one that they want to work with. So, I mean, that's the reason behind it. You could do this with just one video, right? So you don't even have to write anything. You can make this a video. This is your webinar, and you put your webinar, you put that on your landing page. This is a webinar, hour webinar, 45-minute webinar, and use that. And this is going to be a webinar you did for free somewhere else, and you are actually teaching people, but you are repurposing the content that you have, and you're now gating it, meaning that they have to download, give the information in order to actually get you that information, or to get that information from you. So that's a basic rundown on a lead magnet, what you want to do. So you're going to create that lead magnet. You're going to, with the answering the questions that your customers are asking, so they're going to want to download it. And then once you do that, you're going to nurture them to the process with not only an email campaign that happens right away. So as soon as they download this, they're getting this PDF that is on their screen. It's also going out into your email that's tied to your email provider. So like we use MailChimp, goes out through MailChimp. It triggers an autoresponder series, which then every day they get a video. So they're going to get a video every single day that goes out to them, and then they're seeing you for 7 days, and then after that 7 days is up, they are then getting a video every week. So we're creating content that we're giving out every single week that goes out. We put it up on YouTube, push it out via our MailChimp, and then that drives them to our website where the blog post is at for that, as well as the video that's embedded from YouTube. So that's the process, the sequence of events once they initially come into your funnel, and then you would continue to market, and then they eventually will convert and become a paying client. So that is it. So that's the work. So we covered lead magnets, why, kind of how to do it, how do you figure out what to do, what to make it on, and what the end goal is of that lead magnet and why it's important. So, all right, so I hope that helps. We will talk to you in the next video. We're actually cover why you need a video on your landing page that is going to help it convert way better than if you do not have one. So, all right, thanks for your time today, and it was great talking to you.